And welcome to the Women's Carball Championship Qualifier. Here we have round one of this 4-round Swiss. There's 12 teams trying to make the top 8 into the league that starts next Saturday. Amethyst Dreams here against 72 PC Gold to start off. And we'll get this going right away. It's going to be a best of 3 here. With me is Hunted and RJSaurus, who will be our 2 main casters for the league itself. So let's get things going.
Thank you very much for that, Pretty. And yes, we are just about underway with game number 1. Of course, everything best of 3 today as well, as we try to see which of the top 8 teams will qualify for the WCBC League play, as it is game 1 underway between these 2 squads. And RJ, how are you feeling today?
I am feeling pretty good. As a girl that plays Rocket League, it's very exciting to watch all of my other gal friends that play Rocket League. On the blue side here, we have Amethyst Dreams versus 72-pin Connector Gold on the orange side.
Of course, let's go ahead and introduce those teams. For 72 PC, Elixir, Kira, and Miss Zuno. And for Amethyst Dreams, it will be Freya Hayes, Maya, and Ams. We are underway. Game 1, just about a minute in. Still no score. A couple of opportunities, but no shots have been registered as of yet. As one's going to be played for Elixir to try to play over top of Am. Not going to quite get by. Kira will eye over top of Maya. Miss Zuno, unfortunately, backflipping on the play. Does end up getting back to the ball. Freya has to come over and make the first save of the game.
Freya pushing that up on the wall, 50 with Elixir. Maya popping it back up, and Zuno and Kira put it out to the corner off the back.
Already a quick start to this one. Still no score. We've played just over a minute. So fly down towards the front. Great redirect from Miss Zuno. That's in the back of the net. First goal on the board for 72 PC.
Kira putting that pass up a lot higher than I was expecting, touching the ceiling, but Zuno was ready for that and just popping it right into the top of the Amethyst net. A really good way to start off the series.
Yeah, we'll see if a response comes out from Amethyst Dreams. It has been 72 PC with the main control, as this one's going to be bouncing towards the front of the goal again. Maya has to go up and make the save. Not out of harm's way yet. Am in perfect position to make that block on Elixir. And right now, for Amethyst Dreams, they've got to get it together.
Amethyst a little stuck on defense. Maya there front post to put the ball out, but Elixir was waiting for it. Freya pushing it out mid to a pushing Miss Zuno, and it seems like the ball has been on the Amethyst side for a full minute now.
Still this one in the blue half. It's bouncing towards the front of the net. Elixir just missed wide. Kira will eye this one. Plays it off the half wall. Freya up to challenge. Still into the blue corner it heads. However, in 72 PC, they are just maintaining possession, maintaining control of this game. Even though they've only scored a goal, it feels like a mountain right now.
This pressure that Amethyst is under has to be kind of terrifying. They are trying so hard, I can tell. They're rotating out and they're getting those touches, but they're not able to push it all the way out of their half. I really hope with time they can get that together.
Certainly the 72 PC rotation has been quite good, though this will send them packing, as now Elixir out of the corner will opt to let Miss Zuno play this one. Gets it by Am. The net, only Freya is back. Will make the save. It's still going to bounce up high for Kira to try to put on goal. That one's just a bit high as well. And still 72 PC threatening this blue cage.
Maya pushing that off the backboard. Maya pushing up alone. Freya up midfield. Zuno putting that out to the side, and Elixir redirecting it all the way back downfield.
Bit of a misread there from the defense, but still Mizuno hits both posts with that play. First shot hitting the left post, the rebound off the right one, and now she'll get another opportunity. Still Am in good defensive positioning. Maya now trying to start the counterattack as Elixir will come across to make the play. Still only a 1-goal game with a minute 15 to go. This is out in front. Freya scores. We're tied with a minute 16 left.
Elixir trying to get that clear, but Maya reading that on the wall. Mizuna up for it, but not ready for Freya to make that slight touchdown into the left.
Took them almost 4 minutes of Rocket League to find their first shot. They found it, and they found the back of the net. We are tied up at 1. Kira had a chance, just overshoots it, and will find the clear. And it just goes to show, even though 72PC has had the momentum, has had the possession throughout the entire game, we still find ourselves tied because they haven't been able to put the ball in the back of the net.
It is still anyone's game with 1 minute left on the clock. Freya pushing that up on the wall, past midfield, turning around for boost. Maya with an unlucky pinch. Amb up with it, but nobody on Amethyst pushing up as Kira takes it out to the other half.
So we move towards these final 30 seconds. This next goal, so very important for either of these two teams as Mizuno tries to turn it around. It will be Kira to play it way up high. Elixir can't quite get the read. Maya wants to push this one out of the zone, but Elixir beats her there. Still, only 18 seconds left. This will pop out in front. No follow-up quite yet from Kira. However, she'll keep it in the blue half.
While hanging around mid, and Mizuno takes that shot. Maya is back, but not quite back enough to save it.
Yeah, Am doing what she could to try to play this one out. Freya misreading the bounce just enough for Mizuno to put that one in the back of the net. And that is going to be a 1-goal game now with 7 seconds left to go. Amethyst Dreams have not been on the offensive side a lot. They need to get on the offensive now as it still hangs around in their zone. Time is expired. That's going to fall in front. That's game 1 for 72PC.
We were seeing a really strong start from 72PC with them taking the first goal and taking the last goal.
And again, you look at the shot totals as well. 9 shots for the 72PC side. Only one, the one shot and 1 goal that Amethyst Dreams were able to muster in that game. And it felt like it was 72PC's game to lose. They maintained possession. They played very well as a team, which is something to note too. I mean, this 72PC squad, they've been playing together for quite a while. It's certainly at least a couple of months as a team. And can't be said for Amethyst Dreams. They're a new team that formed for the WCBC, and it kind of shows. They're just not quite clicking yet, and we'll see if that changes in game 2.
I gotta say, one thing that I really love about how Amethyst Dreams is playing is out of all those shots that 72PC was taking on them, they only let 2 in, which is pretty good defense.
Certainly the defense has been quite good. Unfortunately, they just need to transition from that defense into offense to try to put some points on the board. But game number 2 is underway again. This is a best of 3, so must-win situation. Now it's Maya. Back of the net, 9 seconds in. 1-0 for Amethyst Dream.
Almost straight off of kickoff, Kira trying to get that past Freya, but a great 50, Maya just pushing up on it and getting it past the last defender into the corner of the net there. That's a good way to start this game.
Yeah, you said it, a beautiful 50 from Freya to pop that one right out to Maya. Solid assist. As a good start to game number 2. It's what we wanted to see from Amethyst Dreams, try to get things rolling as a team. Kira passing this one back to Mizuno. She's going to pop this one a bit too far as Freya, again, will keep it in the orange half. Am looking for a shot. Puts that one just wide. Maya rotating back around. Freya gets there first. But will careen into the orange half. Still Maya keeps things alive, but Kira, again, in good position to make the play.
Maya and Am back as Mizuno pushes up and putting it off to the side, but Elixir keeping up the pressure. In the corner, off the ceiling, passing it straight down to where all of Amethyst was ready to stop it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a triple commit there in the blue box. Lucky they didn't get punished, as now they're going to have to play defense yet again. Good save by Am. But again, the defense is holding thus far for Amethyst Dreams. They already have that 1-goal lead. Can they maintain it for the next 350?
It's been about a minute, and I think 72PC has taken 2 shots on the scoreboard, but definitely more than 2. Amethyst is always there for the saves.
It's another good block right out in front. I believe that was Maya on that block, as it will be Freya to try to get the ball out. By all three of them, Maya has an open net, but Kira just there in the nick of time to make that play, and will try to connect with this ball. Freya, unfortunately, not able to keep the ball in. Still, Maya wants to chase this one down. Pass back down to Freya. Elixir with the whiff. The ball's just going to hang around in mid for the moment. 3 minutes on the clock. Great flick from Mizuno off the crossbar. Kira, the rebound blocked away by Freya again.
That flick was almost the key. I think it got over 2 Amethyst players, but it was just a little too high. Zuno pushing it up again with an air dribble. Am there to put it out soft enough for Kira to try and keep it in that half. Maya eventually getting it out.
Approaching halftime now. Still a 1-0 lead as Freya's looking for a shot opportunity. Didn't get anything on that. Kira in transition had an angle, but couldn't quite get her nose on the ball. Still Mizuno keeping the play going in the blue half. Great pass down. Kira's there. They score. Beautiful play right out in front, and we're tied at 1.
All right, that's definitely my favorite pass play so far. I know we're only 2 games in, but wow, that is between all the members of 72PC in only 5 seconds. That is the kind of teamwork that I love to see. That's a very impressive first goal of this game.
And what a touch from Elixir off that back ball right down to the awaiting Kira for the tap in. So beautiful play out in front yet again from 72PC. Brings us to a 1-1 score. Might be 2-1 now as Mizuno will tack one on as well, winning the challenge in mid.
Am struggling for that clear, but Mizuno ready for it. Did not see who on Amethyst struggled to save that ball, but it was a fast one. Good capitalization of the tiny mistakes there.
Elixir will slot that one home as well. So all 3 players from 72PC on the board in, about 30 seconds now. It's a 3-1 game. And while it looked so good to start off for game number 2 for Amethyst Dreams, kind of slipping away from them now. They need to find an answer, at least stop the bleeding.
2 minutes left, seeing as they made a pretty good change between game 1 and 2, Amethyst Dreams. I could see them taking it as I'm saying that. Elixir scores another one.
Yeah, and now it's the teamwork from 72PC. Kira with the pass and the demo in front. Elixir, another great shot from her, but it doesn't matter. Nobody back in time for Amethyst Dreams after that demo. At halftime, it was 1-0?
Yeah.
It was 1-0 in favor of Amethyst Dreams, and with a minute 55 left now, only about 35 seconds. It is now 5-1 in favor of 72PC, and it looks like they're on their way to take this series.
They found their groove, struggling a little bit in game 1, narrowly taking that one, but they have really put it together.
Certainly showing us that they are a team to watch as we move forward, not only in this qualifier, but potentially in league play as well. 12 teams out here today, RJ. Only 8 survive. You don't want to be one of those bottom 4 after round 4 concludes.
For sure, and based on what we're seeing here, we're going to find out what the other 10 teams are like through the other games that we're going to be streaming today. But I gotta say, I am definitely rooting for both of these for being in our final 8.
Certainly 72PC showing that they have what it takes. And, Amethyst Dreams, for what it's worth, after game 1, the amount of time they were in their own half and to only concede 2 goals was quite impressive to me. Unfortunately, they weren't able to muster the offense. But as a team who has only just formed, really, to play in WCBC, they seem to have had to, at the very least, have a little bit of that chemistry. And if they can make it into league play, they've got, 8 weeks, 9 weeks to kind of come together as a team and really make a push for those top 4 spots if they can work things out.
Yeah, it's all about getting into that top 8, and then they have a lot more time to gel as a team. Can see how well 72PC play together with all the passing plays coming out. this last minute, I was going to say, Amethyst has been holding out the goals. But Zuno does come in with another good capitalize of a missed clear.
Yeah, a little bit of a poor touch there from Freya, trying to deflect it into the corner. Unfortunately, went a bit too high, but regardless, that is one for the road as the final 10 seconds of the series will tick down. It's going to be a 2-0 victory for 72 PC. And they will make their case for a top 8 here today. So well played to them, well played to Amethyst Dreams as well. And, you know, you try to look for kind of star players, players that shine on individual teams. And when it comes to this 72 PC squad, it's more of their teamwork and their team play ability that comes to the forefront. Of course, all 3 of their players quite skilled Rocket League players, but I mean, you go back to that passing play they had to, I think, take the lead or tie the game, one of the two. It just looked like everybody was ready to do exactly what they had to do, and they did it.
You said it the exact way that I wanted to say it. GG's to everyone. That was just the first of our Swiss cheeses that we're bringing you today. Give us a hot sec, and we will be back with another 2 teams facing off.
And welcome to round 2. Here we have 2 1-0 teams coming together here. Captain Caro of Witchcraft takes on Captain Avenger and Scarlet Wings. Let's see who goes 2-0 in this one. We'll be getting this started.
All right. We are almost underway. Game 1. Witchcraft and Scarlet Wings. Hunted and RJ on the broadcast. RJ, both of these teams obviously taking victories in the first round. Witchcraft beating Midnight Snacks. Scarlet Wings beating Drift Demons. What do you expect from this match?
Both of those victories that you were talking about, both of those were sweeps, 2-0s. So I am expecting some strong play.
Let's see which team gets the first goal. Here's Caro. Ooh, great double touch, but Avenger's there to make the save. Ducks will keep it moving. Pasadena rotating back. Watching and waiting. Won't be able to challenge Courtney there as Caro will deflect it into the corner. So already a quick start. Both teams with a shot. Make that 2 now for Witchcraft. Or I'm sorry, not for Witchcraft. For... Oh my god, why can't I not think of the team name? Scarlet Wings. There we go. Scarlet Wings in blue. Witchcraft in orange. This one will bounce down in front. Pasadena. Oh, what a save by Courtney. Unbelievable out in front.
How do you forget the name Scarlet Wings? They're a Crimson Wings team. This is a Crimson Wings tourney.
Well, I didn't want to call them Crimson Wings.
I understand.
I remember the color.
Pasadena popping the ball down. Avenger waiting on the backboard. Ducks not getting the touch on target, but it is right down to Caro.
Yeah, this is just a great pass from Ducks to beats Avenger. Gets it right over top of her as well, and Caro, equally good shot to get around Queen Bee as well. So 1-0 on the board for Witchcraft, and it's been a quick start for the Orange squad. They've already got 5 shots on the board, and really, Scarlet Wings, they've just not been able to find the touches to get out of their own zone.
Not been able to find them yet. That's what we always see at the start of series. People are taking it a little slow, still falling into their teams. Pasadena putting it on net. Courtney getting the tiniest of touches, but not a saving touch.
Yeah, both Queen Bee and Courtney jumping for that one. Neither one get a touch, and unfortunately, Courtney just can't clear it away. So that's going to be a 2-0 start for Witchcraft. And you couldn't really ask for a better start if you're this Orange team.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Another strong push off of kickoffs for Witchcraft. Ducks putting it down. Avenger 50ing that to stall it. Queen Bee pushing it up to Courtney. In the air for the redirect. Following it down. Caro putting it out. Pasadena beating Queen Bee to that. Pasadena on Avenger on defense. Avenger puts it out. Pasadena crosses it. Courtney puts it out for good.
Looked like Ducks was going to be able to beat that last defender, but could not quite make it there in time, as Ducks will deflect this one down. Queen B has Courtney lurking on the back wall, tried to get the deflection. The pass a little bit errant there. Avenger will 50 with Pasadena, though the pass is over towards Caro. Courtney now keeping the ball in the orange half. Ducks will go underneath. One-on-one with Queen B over top. Avenger's there to clear it back down. Pasadena and company have to do well to keep this one away, but again, some solid midfield play from Witchcraft have kept Scarlet Wings on their own side, and when they get into the orange zone, they're doing a whole lot of really nothing, it feels.
They still managed to take 4 shots as a team. That's Scarlet Wings, just not getting any of them in quite yet.
They'll concede a third as Caro goes right up top, and Courtney doing what she could, almost got the double. If she gets that double touch right there, that's a potential goal scoring opportunity for Scarlet Wings, but unfortunately can't find it, and that's the third on the board now for Witchcraft. They've got control of game 1.
And earlier we were talking about teams that we think are going to make it to the top 8. Thoughts about these two making the top 8?
Well, currently, I mean, if Witchcraft continue to play the way that they have, really winning challenges through mid has been their big thing, as Avenger nearly gets a redirect on goal. That was the best scoring opportunity Scarlet Wings have had so far. But yeah, I think if Witchcraft continue to play this way, especially if they pick up this win, I think they're pretty secure in their standing.
Yeah.
But they could certainly be one of those teams that go undefeated, as Ducks just plays that one wide.
What a close redirect. Good communication on the team for Ducks to be able to be pushed up that far and trust a teammate for a pass.
It's a good block from Courtney, and now Queen B will push it onto the orange side. Caro now. Avenger back wall. It'll bounce around. Courtney trying to do whatever she could, but unfortunately it's back to the blue half. Again, bouncing out in front. Good block there by Queen B. Avenger wants to take this off the hood of the car. She will, but can't get by Ducks again. You see them break into the zone, but there's no passing that first a defender on the attack there. And Queen B, she'll go high on that shot. Game 2 has to be different for Scarlet Wings. They've got to get around that first player on the orange side, and that's where you start creating those opportunities.
It's hard when Witchcraft is playing as good as they are defensively and offensively. Sure, Scarlet Wings can get it past the midfield, but it seems like there's always someone on the backboard ready for that last-minute save, too.
Final 15 seconds. Going to be ticking away now. Courtney into the corner will be cleared away by Ducks. Good read by Avenger. Back down in front. Nearly found Avenger on the redirect. Queen B can't slot that one home. That has been kind of the story of the game for Scarlet Wings as well. Any opportunities they've had have been just off the mark there. So that is game 1 over to Witchcraft, and it was a 3-0 victory. And again, you take a look, 3 goals scored by Witchcraft there. 2 for Caro, 1 for Pasadena, and the shot totals as well. I mean, it's actually relatively close. Only 9 shots taken by Witchcraft, 7 on the side of Scarlet Wings, and it never felt like the shot total would be that close, but it's a good sign if you're a Scarlet Wings fan. As we get closer and closer to game number 2, it's going to have to be somebody's going to have to step up, I think, from the blue half. There's got to be a spark, anything that can get them, going on the goal scoring side. Obviously, they haven't scored a goal yet in this game, or in the series, I should say, as we get into game number 2 now. Something's got to happen. Something needs to change for the blue team.
And even if Scarlet Wings doesn't make any major changes, I think the game reset will be good for them. Getting it dunked on by Witchcraft 3 times can be tough for the morale, but game 2, fresh slate.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Rocket League, of course. No matter how bad or how well really the game before went. Everything gets reset. 5 minutes on the clock. 0-0 on the scoreboard as the teams fill out their respective sides. We get ready for game 2. Again, best of 3. So Scarlet Wings in blue, they need this victory to extend us to 3 games. If, however, Witchcraft take this one, it will be a 2-0 sweep, and they will more than likely qualify for the WCBC League play, which will be happening very, very shortly. Correct me if I'm wrong, RJ, but week 1 is only about a week away on the 11th.
Yep, next Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. GMT.
So very, very exciting. We still have to figure out who will be playing, as obviously this is the qualifier. Only 8 of the 12 teams today will be making it into that first ever league play, and both of these teams started the day off strong with a first win. The second one could very well secure them a top 8 spot. So you know neither one want to drop this, as we have played a minute into game 2. Bit of a triple commit in the corner there for Scarlet Wings. They've got to be careful. Here comes the counterattack, just off the mark. Pasadena tries to get that on, but Caro just missing on that counter. Great play.
1 minute scoreless. We're already seeing Scarlet Wings hold onto their net way better than in the last game. Courtney taking a shot that Caro puts out mid. Another touch from her. Ducks up for it, taking the shot. Queen Bee almost getting it in net.
Yeah, tough angle there from Queen Bee. Riding the wall. Actually, backflips on the play. I didn't see the backflip. I thought she still had her flip. Unfortunately, losing it off that play just over top of her, and that will be a 1-0 lead for Witchcraft. And still, no goals have been scored in this series for Scarlet Wings. They need to find a way to get on the board. This will bounce down in front. Queen Bee and Courtney both up for it. This actually gives Caro something to think about. We'll turn it around. Courtney now on goal, just high.
A demo coming out from Scarlet Wings, not enough to clear space. Avenger off the wall, putting it down mid for Queen Bee. Pasadena challenging that, getting it back to Caro. Pushed up, Courtney turning with it. Off the wall and up to Queen Bee and right into the Witchcraft net. That is Scarlet Wings' first goal of the series.
Only took about 7 minutes to find one, but that is a great read from Queen Bee. Up very quickly to get there. Right over top of the defenders as well. And of course, you've got to give Courtney credit on that pass. Beautiful play. We're tied at 1. 3 minutes left to go in game 2. Can Scarlet Wings pull it out? Will we see our first game 3 of the day?
We'll have to see if that one goal broke down Witchcraft's defense at all. After what we've seen in the past 7 minutes, I'm not sure if one goal is enough to break them.
We'll see if Avenger can make it 2. Looking for the pass down to Courtney. Caro is there. Will bounce around. Pasadena right off the foot of Queen Bee. Now shot on goal. Courtney's up just in time. Halftime approaches now. Still tied at 1. Pasadena, the double touch off the back wall. Triple touch, but it's not in. Ducks can't get the rebound. Queen Bee making the save on the goal line.
What a close, crazy play. That was a big mechanical flex, and it would have been very satisfying for that one to go in.
Love to see it. Trying those plays at the very least. Pasadena nearly making it work. With 2 minutes left to go, still it feels like anybody's game. Queen Bee in a tough spot. Ends up getting the challenge onto Ducks, but still the ball's going to bounce out in front. Caro nearly puts that one home. Courtney there to deflect the ball away, and we continue to play 1-1. Who's going to be the hero of game 2?
Avenger turning mid, pass up to Courtney. Caro there challenging it out. Queen Bee coming up for the rebound off the backboard. Avenger up on target. Caro puts it out right into Avenger, and it gets dunked into the top of the net.
Yeah, great dunk from Avenger. Using all of her boost, she gets back to the ball. Saw that challenge coming. And a perfect positioning to put that one in the back of the net. 2-1, minute 36 left.
When we were talking about Scarlet Wings stepping up their game, they really did it with that play.
I mean, I feel like this whole game has been a step in the right direction for the Scarlet Wings, and Obviously, with them being up by a goal, it certainly feels that way to them as well, I would assume. But they need to close this one out. There's still 70 seconds left. If they want to see game 3, they've got to hang on to this 1-goal lead. And we've seen, just in this game alone, that Witchcraft is a very mechanical team. They can score goals that you don't really expect.
Kara coming up high for that one off the backboard, and there's those touches.
It's so dangerous when you see Courtney go up for this one and miss it. You know Caro's got something in the tank here. Queen Bee nearly gets the block, but it's the double touch off the back wall. So deadly from Witchcraft. We're tied at 2.
Tied at 2 with 1 minute left. Queen Bee pushing that up off of kickoff. Ducks challenging Avenger, holding on to it in the corner. Dribbling it out. Over 1, over 2, not over Courtney. Does get the bump to put her out of position. Queen Bee pushing that up, pass to Avenger. And off the backboard is Passy and Kara try to take it out. Kara taking out Courtney, but Courtney does put that in the Witchcraft corner.
Flip reset from Ducks. No, almost. Couldn't quite get underneath the ball. Queen Bee not able to make that play either. Passing across. Good cut of the pass there from Courtney. Final 15 seconds on the board. Avenger up for it. Not going to be able to find the touch. It will be Kara to play it away. Oh, beautiful. That one ends up falling in.
Yeah, that was an arc.
Wow, the challenge from Courtney. I thought the challenge would be good enough, but fortunate bounce, really. I think Caro just read that challenge quite well, and that'll make it 3-2 with 8 seconds left to go. Can Courtney put this one in the back of the net? The shot's on, it's in! We're tied at 3.
Oh my gosh, what a way to tie it. Kickoff going straight up off the wall. Courtney right up for it, not even letting the ball touch the ground, well, just for a little bit of a second, and it is in. Nobody from Witchcraft expecting that banger.
Courtney was up so quickly for that as well, beating the defense. And we are headed to overtime here in game 2. Will we see 3 games between these teams? I certainly would love to see it if Scarlet Wings can pull out a victory here in game 2.
I'm just happy that we got an overtime, our first overtime on stream. Courtney almost getting another kickoff goal. Caro there for the save. Avenger pushing up with that. Pasadena turning on it, slowly taking it out. Courtney popping it back up.
Good challenge from Pasadena. All the way back down. Courtney, great read off the back wall over to Avenger. Can Courtney make this one work? Caro's in a bit of a tough spot, but she does get back to it just in time. 30 seconds have been played. It's been all Scarlet Wings in this overtime session. They need to find one to force game 3, and they're still on the attack. Good deflection, but not good enough. Avenger hits the post. It was a good read off the back wall. As now Caro's going to try to clear this one away. Ducks through mid, looking for the pinch play. Courtney with a solid challenge. We've played a minute now in overtime. Over top of Queen Bee. That's on net. That's in. Pasadena wins it for Witchcraft.
That was a tough clear to make. Avenger getting the unluckiest touches, but Pasadena realizing that and pushing up with it, getting it past the last 2 on Scarlet Wings. That is Witchcraft taking the series.
And it was a 2-0 series victory, and you know, game 1 felt a little lopsided in favor of Witchcraft, but my goodness, game 2, back and forth between both squads. It was so much fun to watch. I really did wish that we could have seen a game 3 between them, because really, I think Scarlet Wings started to find their teamwork, started to find themselves a little bit there towards the end of that series. They just couldn't take it in overtime, and you know, you've got to give props to Courtney with that clutch goal with 4 seconds left to tie things up, too.
I could not be prouder of either of these teams for putting on their best for us.
Well, that is it between Witchcraft and Scarlet Wings. It was a fun one, and if you are Witchcraft now, it's certainly time, I think, for a little bit of celebration. You know, still got to play 2 more matches, but with 2 wins, you're looking pretty good in being the top 8. Certainly with another win in round 3, they will have secured themselves a spot. in league play. For Scarlet Wings, it's time to recollect, take stock of what you got, and come back swinging in round number 3. We are going to take a very short break. On the other side of that, we will get into the third round here of the WCBC qualifiers.
And welcome back to round 3 as we are getting things started right away between Sakura Blues and Drift Demons. Hunted and RJ, take this one away. These teams are both 1-1.
Yep, 1-1. Game underway now. That one nearly finding the back of the orange net. It will be Sakura Blues in blue, thankfully for us. And for Drift Demons, they will be in orange. Alice, Rose, and Crimson for the Sakura Blues. And for the Drift Demons, Devour, Kia, and Giraffe Girl as Crimson nearly finds the back of the net there. Rose, the pass up in front. That one will be cut down into the corner as now Giraffe Girl tries to get the ball away. And it is quite important to note that both of these teams 1-1, and you know, a win here could be the difference between making top 8 and having to fight for it in round 4.
1 minute through with no goals coming out from either team. Devour pushing up on an empty blue side. What happened there?
Looks like some aggression there from Sakura Blues. They had possession for the entire, first minute there, and unfortunately Crimson doesn't get the challenge. That one slammed into the back of the net by Devour, and all of a sudden it's a 1-0 game for the Drift Demons.
Kickoff popping it up. Draft Girl going straight for that. Crimson challenging but not quite getting it. Kia trying to get a shot off of that. Alice pushing it out. Devour on the back wall, putting it down. Nobody able to get that in.
Good block there from Rose on the shot from Kia. Devour now can't get by Alice. Draft Girl unable to make the touch. Crimson looking for the touch out in front. It will be cleared away by Devour. Now Rose rotating forward. Devour wins that 50. It'll bounce down for Giraffe Girl to try to play. A bit too far, and Kia keeps it in the corner.
Alice taking it out through the wall, right down to Crimson. Rose almost coming in for that shot. Giraffe Girl challenging it, putting it out to the corner where it stays for a little bit. Kia getting it out eventually. Rose back for it. Bit of a double commit. Devour taking a shot, but Crimson still able to get back in time to save it and push it up. Devour taking Crimson out, shutting that push off.
Yeah, bad giveaway in the blue half. Nearly turned into another goal. But now the counterattack. Alice to Crimson, they score. We're tied at 1 with 2:50 to go.
Right at halftime, Sakura Blues turning it around. Alice straight to Crimson. Alice maybe even trying to get a little bit of a bump play. That setup was a little familiar. I've seen a lot of one player pushing up around the sidewall and someone waiting in mid. They just had to do it enough for it to get one in. Crimson coming off the ceiling for the shot. Devour stopping it.
Good second touch there from Alice. Nearly found Rose on the cross, but I believe Rose got bumped from behind there by Devour. Now Devour around Alice. Solo effort out in front. Kia's there. Too high. Giraffe Girl the follow. That one's wide as well. Devour a great solo effort to get that ball out in front, but unfortunately nobody can pop it home.
Drift Demons playing it safe and coming back in time, but Rose is still able to get that dunk on Devour, I believe.
It's a good pass from Alice too, and really Rose extremely fortunate with that pinch, my goodness. But still, the ball in the back of the goal, that's all that matters. Sakura Blues, they are up by 1 with 2:10 left to go. Rose is going to take this off the ceiling, looking for Crimson, but no follow-up touch there. Good clear from Giraffe Girl. Crimson wants to challenge her. Ceiling down to Kia. Alice putting on some pressure. Devour back to Kia, looking for the passing play yet again. Devour's there. Giraffe Girl over the top. Alice comes across to make the save. Now the counterattack. Rose and Alice looking for the shot. No shot yet. Back and forth play as we approach that minute 30 mark. Still a 1-goal game for Sakura Blues.
Crimson pushing it up off the wall. Rose waiting on the ground. Crimson taking his solo. Rose challenging Kia, keeping the ball midfield, keeping the ball on the Drift Demon's half. Rose on target, Devour putting it out. Alice high for it. A pass out to Crimson, missing just by a bit. Rose waiting on the other side to try and push it in. Crimson taking out Giraffe Girl and putting it back on her half to keep it safe.
65 seconds left to go. Crimson over top of everyone. Kia bumped. That's in the back of the net. 3-1 now off the air dribble from Crimson, coast to coast. And with only a minute left to go, this 2-goal lead could be too much for the Drift Demons to come back from.
That was a beautiful solo play.
Crimson have another one, looking for the ceiling, reads it, but can't put it in the back of the net. A great read. Still Alice tries to make that play as well, and you can tell Soccer Blues starting to feel it now as they have this 2-goal lead with only 40 seconds left to go. Crimson wants to make it a 3-goal lead if she can. Kia will cut that one off. Rose and Kia come together. This will bounce down in front. Good play from Devour, but they need to get out of their own zone. That's a good start. Is there any follow-up? Kia's going to be late to this one as Alice gets the pinch. Giraffe Girl doesn't make the play. Devour's the last one back, and that should just about seal game one.
If Drift Demons is not able to get these two in the last 15 seconds, that is. Crimson with another beautiful air dribble, getting another goal for her.
This is another great touch. The air dribble is perfect, but the catch and release of the shot from Crimson just by Kia as well, who was in a decent spot to make that save. But the shot was just too good, and Sakura Blues absolutely rolling through game one. They will take a 1-0 lead in this series. It's going to be up to the Orange squad. It's going to be up to Drift Demons to change something heading into game two, or we could see our third 2-0 series on stream.
Looking at our goal lines and looking at our shot lines, a lot of shots coming out of Sakura Blues, but an almost similar amount coming out of Drift Demons. They're making those shots, but not quite getting them in just yet. And another thing that I noticed when I'm looking at the scoreboard, I think all of Sakura Blues is EU. Look at that ping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, certainly having at least a little bit of ping woes, but it doesn't look like it's affecting them. I mean, Crimson, 228 ping, and with the goals she was able to score in that game, a couple of great saves as well from her, it doesn't seem like she is too terribly affected. She has been on her game all, well, I guess we've only played one game, but, you know, a hat trick in game one. Yeah, I mean, all 5 minutes. You're right. A hat trick in game one for Crimson certainly was the deciding factor in this game. Game number two, almost upon us now. 11 shots to 7 in that one. And it certainly felt like the Drift Demons, when they got possession of the ball and when they were able to find the clears, they could generate a little bit of offense. They forced a couple of big saves out of Sakura Blues, but we need more of that. Less time in your defensive zone, more time pushing through and moving through mid, at least trying to find those quick transitions.
I think what Drift Demons doesn't realize is that they can also force double commits out of Sakura Blues. They just put on enough pressure. Alice coming straight off of kickoff with a touch off the backboard, ends up coming down for Crimson to already start her scoring streak.
Yeah, this is just a good pass. Alice to Crimson. Very, very easy goal. And yeah, that'll bring Crimson's goal total up to 4 now. As certainly has been the goal scorer for the Sakura Blues team has Crimson, but the team synergy is certainly there. Alice and Crimson teaming up for other events of the past. There's Rose, kind of the wild card for the Sakura Blues team, joining the team later in its formation, but she's been playing quite well as well, and she gets her first goal.
Yeah, and that's another one of those cross-field bangers coming from her backboard off the ceiling and straight into the other team's net. Nobody else touching it. Seeing a bit more of a push than usual from Drift Demons off of kickoff. Devour trying to get that up on the backboard. Crimson stopping that, but Kia and Giraffe Girl pushed up. This is the kind of pressure they
Oh,
need.
no.
Sakura Blues is jammed up in that corner, and Kia puts in Drift Demon's second goal of the series.
Yeah, little bit of some craziness happens right out in front. Kia, one of the easiest goals she is going to score today, and that one does bring it back to within one. And that whole play kind of started because of a whiff from Sakura Blues through mid. And while it's great that they were able to take advantage of it, that's not something that that they can rely on. As again, that's a transition goal. Crimson will get credit for it, but it's hard to rely on the enemy team to make mistakes instead of you generating your own opportunities.
Agree, and a bit of an overextend. Drift Demons was maybe expecting another mishap on Sakura Blues to take advantage of. But after the 2 goals that they've lost to a bit of an overcommit, I think they're going to know to play it safe for the last 4 minutes of this match.
Let's see if they can pull this one back. Down by 2, 3:45 left to go. That'll bounce around in front. Good clear way by Alice. Out of the corner now, Kia looking for Devour. Does connect with the pass. This is going to chase Crimson all the way back to her own zone. Good touch from Alice. Clear across the box. Rose now next in line. Tries to go underneath Devour. It will be Crimson on the follow-up. Does Rose have the touch? No, she doesn't. It remains 3-1 with just about 3:15 to go.
Kia pushing that up past midfield. Crimson turning on it suddenly. Just Crimson on Devour back. Devour's able to keep it in that corner. Devour past Alice. Rose doing another sharp turn for that. Alice on the backboard, crossing all the way in front of the net. Crimson not daring to take that shot. Maybe a bit of a risky one.
Still the ball in this orange half. Devour will challenge Alice there. Rose wants to touch it into the corner. Crimson again moving up to keep the ball in the orange corner. Rose will challenge. Now Alice with a beat on it. Actually gets beat to that one by Giraffe Girl, but still it's Crimson through mid looking for the double touch. It will be Devour to clear it away. But this is just textbook time management from Sakura Blues. They know they've got the 2-goal lead. They're still looking for more if they can find it, but they're not forcing anything. They're just playing their rotation game in the offensive zone and letting that time tick away.
Kia taking that off top of Crimson. Almost an opportunity, but Alice is holding on to it. A double whiff. Devour getting that from Rose. Giraffe Girl putting that in the blue corner. Only one back. Devour on target, but Crimson there to save it out to a waiting Alice.
Kia, a bit of a missed touch. Has to play it across the box. Crimson can't get by Devour. Last player back is now Alice, who will clear it away. Giraffe Girl tries to keep it going, but it goes right to Crimson down in front. Kia, solid touch. Rose up high, looking for the double touch. Not going to be able to find it. Good play by Kia to clear it out. Still in the orange half. Great move from Crimson. She scores. Hat trick in game 2. Why not? Crimson with 6 in the series.
So if Crimson is this good with 200 ping, what is she like with 0 ping?
Well, that is a thought that I don't want to think about right now. I'm more than happy to watch her play with 200 ping. But, really, your point is so very good as well. She has been playing so lights out in this series, as Rose will find her second of the game, that, you can't say that this whole series is because of Crimson. Rose and Alice, it's quite obvious they have chemistry with one another, but Crimson has just been playing on another level, and she's going to be a player to watch in league play, assuming Sakura Blues makes it, which they very well should if they take this victory.
Oh yeah, and that shot from Rose was another very tight angle. Sometimes I'm watching this stuff and I'm like, y'all, how'd you do that? Also, I think Crimson just bopped Alice into space. That was fun.
This one will go over top of Crimson. Final minute now here in game 2, potentially in the series. Great save. Kia wants to score this one, but that one's cleared away. by Crimson on the goal line. And with only 45 seconds left to go, a 4-goal deficit certainly going to be difficult. Pretty much impossible now. So another 2-0 series that we get to see here on stream. This time it's going to be Sakura Blues over top of the Drift Demons. And another wonderful goal from Crimson off the back wall. Why not make it 6-1? But, you know, this obviously puts Sakura Blues in a great place to qualify. It might even qualify them directly into the top 8. But for the Drift Demons, you know, going into round 4, you've got to reset yourself, I think, a little bit after this series.
This definitely is a tough team for them to play, but after this match, they'll only be down 1-2. I think they can still pull it back to make the top 8.
Final 10 seconds of the series ticking away now. Crimson scores 5th of the game. Make it 8 for the series. Why not? And we get to go to Brazil as well. You don't see that too often now, and it's been a lights out performance from Sakura Blues. I did not expect game 2 to go the way that it did. I certainly thought that Sakura Blues had what it took to finish it off. Why not make a double hat trick for Crimson to end the game? But seriously, this team looks very scary. If you are any of the other teams watching the stream or preparing to play the Sakura Blues in the regular season, when they get going, they look like a very difficult team to beat.
Well, GG's to both teams. Drift Demons have left the lobby, so I can't say GG's to them, but they put up a good fight against a very strong team. I know game 2 maybe was a little tougher for them than game 1, but not too bad, all things considered.
Nope, certainly a well-played series on either side. Alice, no goals in the series for her, but she did have 7 assists, most of them obviously coming on the back of Crimson's 9-goal performance through those 2 games. But either way, well played to both teams. But that is going to do it for us here in round number 3. We've got one final round, and this is going to be the big one, I think. Round number 4. This is going to be make or break for some of these teams sitting in that, you know, bottom 4, bottom 6 spot. So you are not going to want to miss round 4. We're going to take a very short break. When we come back, the conclusion of the qualifiers for the WCBC League play.
And welcome back. Here we are for the final round of the Swiss. Here are 2 1 and 2 teams. The winner makes it in, and the loser is out. This is between Amethyst Dreams and Boosted. So get that going right away here.
Yes, we are almost there. Final round of the Swiss qualifier. And as Pretty just said, whoever wins this match, RJ, they move on to the league play. Whoever loses, unfortunately, will not qualify for that 8-team league play starting just next week, January 11th, Saturday, 2 o'clock here on the Crimson Wings channel. And we're underway. Game number 1. Hunted and RJ on the call with you. And RJ, what are you expecting out of this match?
Both 1-2 teams. We've seen Amethyst Dreams on stream, so I kind of know what to expect of them. Do not know what to expect out of Boosted. We have Boosted in orange with Michaela, Balthazar, and Alpha, and we have, once again, Maya, Freya, and Am on Amethyst Dreams.
Will be played into the blue zone. Freya up to make this touch. It's going to be Maya now trying to clear it away. And when we watched Amethyst Dreams in round 1, they played solid defense but couldn't quite get it together and play the offense ball, as That's going to give Am something to think about out in front. Maya's there to help collect. Now playing it down the wing. This first goal, and again, this is a best of 3, so not a whole lot of wiggle room for either of these two teams. But this first goal in particular is going to be so very important for momentum and for mentality's sake.
And we are a whole minute in with no goals and no shots, which is rare. Haven't seen a 1 minute with no shots yet. Pretty evenly matched up team.
This one's going to play it down in front. Boosted have been on the offensive half for quite a while. Still no score, and as you said, no shots registered in that time frame. As now it will be Maya. She's going to deflect it over, looking for Am in support. Michaela cuts the pass. Net is wide open. That's the first goal going to Boosted. 1-0, 3:11 left to go.
About 2 minutes in. Smart of Maya and Am to look for that passing play. Smarter of Michaela to just push in and take the goal out of it.
A little bit of defensive miscue there from Amethyst Dreams, and they will unfortunately now be down a goal. Still have 3 minutes left to go to try to find an equalizer. Freya's going to take that side boost as Maya comes across to play the ball. Looking for a bump up to the goalie. Michaela's going to have some fits there in goal, but Balthazar over top. She'll score 2-0 off the air dribble, and it looking pretty good now for Boosted.
Yeah, those are some fancy moves, one side to another. Guess Amethyst Dreams was in the same spot as I was. I was not expecting her to just take it all the way across and straight into the net. I guess now they know what to expect.
That's a ground pinch. Am sends this towards goal. Maya along the back wall, looking for a touchdown in front, over top of Michaela. Will be Alpha to play it down, bouncing. Am right to Balthazar. This one's popped way up high. Freya sealing, looking for the follow-up touch. He's got to hurry as Alpha's there to make the challenge. That has been kind of the theme of the day. Teams that win those midfield challenges or those initial challenges on the defensive side seem to do very, very well in this qualifier. And right now, that has certainly been the case for Boosted, as Michaela's going to have to go up and look for a touch. It's going to bounce down in front, but solid play of the ball there from Balthazar keeps it away.
Almost a good push from Amethyst Dreams. They just can't quite get it past that final line. 3 minutes and only one shot. It is a tough midline to get across. Freya putting it in that corner, but Michaela there to take control. And past Michaela, but not past Balthazar, all the way over Maya. Only Freya back. Balthazar on target, but Freya does put it up to the corner where Maya is pushing it a bit further out. Alpha beating Maya. And gets past Am. Freya rushing back. Early challenge on Bell.
Really found the touch there as well. And this game so far in its final minute now, a 2-0 lead still for Boosted. Only 4 total shots on the board. As it might be 5 now, Michaela solid touch to clear it away. The net is wide open. Michaela will send it home. That'll bring us to a 3-0. No, she missed it wide.
Seems like she's as surprised as we are. That definitely looked like it was going in from my camera angle, but luckily for Amethyst Dreams,
no.
2 wide shots in a row here, giving them a second chance to get situated and make a push.
30 seconds left to go. Alpha still keeping it on the blue half. This will bounce down. Alpha, the follow-up touch. Am is there. She'll get the follow-up as well. Freya lurking, but no touch. Balthazar over the top. Now gets by Maya as well with only 10 seconds left to go. That should just be it. Michaela, the touch into the corner as well. Not enough time on the board. Boosted take game 1 of this best of 3.
A good, strong start. Maybe not one of the slower games that we've seen today. We've seen 3 series before this one, but definitely a lower scoring one. And I'm not sure if that's just because these teams are not big strikers or if they're just evenly matched up.
Yeah, certainly. It certainly has felt like maybe. Yeah, you might be right. Maybe it's not the speed that has changed, but I think the method of attack. It seems like both teams are a little hesitant, I guess, to play on the offensive side of the ball. Nobody wants to make those big mistakes that lead to goals, which unfortunately did happen for Amethyst Dreams. There are a couple of open nets that were taken advantage of by Boosted. And now, maybe gripping the controller a little bit too tight are Amethyst Dreams. They need to loosen up, really go for some offensive plays here, as this is their final life. They need to win this game or they are not qualifying for league play.
And it's a tough one because I, of course, want to see all the teams make it to league play, but only one of these two is making it, and depends on this game.
Kayla's actually going to play that one away from Alpha. This gives Maya an opportunity. Good look at the goal. The double touch isn't there. Freya was lurking around in mid, but couldn't find the follow-up. Now Am quickly to the ball, tries to keep it in. Michaela the whiff. Alpha's there to help out. Deflection now, Balthazar. Maya will beat Alpha to that one, and 40 seconds gone. Still no score in game number 2, but this looks to be a much quicker start than what we saw in the last one, as Am just misses wide.
But that is a shot, and that is a push, and that is what we've been waiting to see out of Amethyst Dreams. Everyone in that side of the field eventually gets pushed out to the Amethyst side. Michaela beating Maya to that. Freya slowly trying to take it out, Belle taking it off the top of her car and missing that.
Oh.
Alpha missing that shot as Belle takes out Maya on defense. Doesn't help yet.
Was a great demo from Balthazar. It's just unfortunate that the follow-up touch was whiffed. So that was a good deflection, but Freya's there to clear it. Still the ball in the blue zone, however. Maya opts to let that one fall, and Balthazar takes advantage. Bar down, 1-0 for Boosted.
I did not quite see that. Let's watch it again. Oh, that's what happened. A good shot. Not sure if that was meant to be a bar down, but if it was, that's a pretty good one.
Questionable decision there from Maya, unfortunately, to just let that ball fall. Either way, it ends up in the back of the goal, 1-0. 3:15 left to go. This will bounce down. Balthazar, the tap off the back wall, but just a bit too far wide as Freya now looks for Maya. The boomer on net. It's going to be saved away just off the post. Demo on to Alpha on the back line. She'll respawn right in front of the ball. Close play right out in front, but no punishment yet from the Amethyst Dreams.
Belle with the ball on top of her car. Maya and Freya do eventually get it past too. Alpha pushing in with that, trying to get a shot off of it and making it work.
And this is all Alpha right here. Gets the initial play, waits out the touch from Am, and she's going to beat Maya to that ball as well. Solid solo effort there from Alpha to put Boosted up by 2, and now they're only 240 away from qualifying for league play. And if you're Amethyst Dreams, something's got to change. You've got to get on the attack as another one nearly finds its way in. Michaela with the follow-up, it's pushed aside.
Freya trying to push that up midfield, not getting the ball, but getting the demo on Michaela. Belth eventually taking Freya out for that push and challenging Alpha. Belth over Freya. A tough spot on defense here for Amethyst Dreams.
To eventually find the clear, and now if you're Amethyst Dreams, I want to see all 3 players pushed forward trying to find a goal. You're down by 2 and you don't have a ton of time. 1:50 left to go. Maya's going to go up, doesn't get the touch. That's on net from Balthazar. It's in. It's 3-0. Boosted, and with 1:45, this is a nightmare situation now for Amethyst Dreams.
But a dream situation for Boosted. being up in the series and up in game 2. That's pretty good for if you're trying to qualify.
Certainly is. Can Amethyst Dreams battle back? They do not have a ton of time on the clock, and every second is another second gone, unfortunately for them, as Sam, she's trying to play this one by Alpha. Not going to be able to quite do so. Maya the challenge. There's Balthazar. Fires it back into the blue zone. Am can't beat Michaela to it, and time continues to wind down. 80 seconds left to go. 3-0 still on the board. Maya by Balthazar. This could be the opportunity Amethyst is looking for, but she's unable to make the follow-up touch. Still, the ball will bounce towards the orange net. Am wins the challenge, and she scores. A goal back for Amethyst, and it's 3-1 with 1:07 left to go.
Is that Amethyst's first goal of the series?
I don't remember. I can't remember if it was a shutout or not in game 1.
I think it was. I think they made it in game 2. They made it work.
Well, they need to make it work twice more with only 60 seconds left to go. Still down by 2. Michaela into the blue corner. That was a double commit there by Boosted. Am might have some opportunity here. It will bounce out in front, but solid read from Balthazar keeps that one away from Freya. Just sitting in mid. Nobody getting the touch, but the time is being wasted. Bad sign for Amethyst, and this one's falling towards the net. Great save by Maya. The rebound Alpha will put into the corner.
I'm trying to hold on to it in the corner and pushing it up off the wall into that corner there. Freya taking the shot. It's on the backboard, a little too high for anyone to do anything with it. And Boosted is pushing it out over Am. Belthor almost getting that goal, but Freya waiting back post to stop it. Alpha with another push, goal saving that one. Last attempt by Amethyst to get something in this last second, and it touches the ground. That is Boosted taking the series and taking the final spot.
And unfortunately for Amethyst Dreams, that will be where it ends for them. So very close to qualifying, but cannot overcome Boosted. Congratulations to Boosted, the orange squad here in qualifying in those 2 games. And it was a well-played series, but once Boosted got out to that 3-goal lead, it kind of felt like, you know, it was a little bit too much for Amethyst to handle. They got a goal back. It was a great play, but just not enough time in a 5-minute game of Rocket League to come back from that 3-goal deficit.
And just like that, we have 7 qualified teams now. Witchcraft, Scarlet Wings, Basic Bees, Extreme Zone, Kayazi, Sakura Blues, and Boosted. And we're just waiting for one other match to finish. And it looks like it has. 72 PC Gold took out Drift Demons 2-0. So they will be the last team in. And we will see all of them next week. So join us then, as I'm updating the display here, and I'll put that over. And there you go. Join us next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, next Saturday, January 11th, for week 1 of the WCBC. Thank you so much, RJSaurus and Hunted, for coming out and casting with me today. Any parting words from y'all?
Thank you to chat. It's always good to see the community support each other.
And thank you to everybody watching, and you know, thank you to everybody involved in getting this set up and making it work. Congratulations to everybody who qualified. I can't wait for next week.
I am Pretty. This is Hunted and RJSaurus, and I'd like to thank everybody from the production team. I'd like to thank Sammy, who's our event manager, has put all this together, Avenger, who came up with the whole idea as a whole, the rest of our council, and of course all of you coming out here and supporting us today, as well as all of the girls in Rocket League coming out and playing in this as well. So thanks everybody. Have a great night.
to escape.